In a crowded streets of Onitsha, where survival was a daily struggle and hope often felt distant, there lived a young man named Chinedu. Chinedu was known by everyone in his area as a quiet and hardworking boy. He repaired phones in a small roadside shop and used every little money he earned to support his widowed mother and younger sister. Life was not easy for him. Sometimes he went to bed hungry so his family could eat. Sometimes customers insulted him unfairly. But despite everything, Chinedu remained honest. That honesty would later become the reason his life changed forever. So one hot afternoon, business was slow. Chinedu sat outside his shop trying to fix a damaged phone, when suddenly two black vehicles stopped near the market. Men wearing police uniforms jumped out. Before anyone understood what was happening, people gathered and began to run in fear. Police, police, they said. The officers moved quickly through the crowd until they stopped directly in front of Chinedu's shop. One of them pointed at him. "You, stand up." Confused, Chinedu obeyed. "Sir, what happened?" The officer slapped him hard before he could finish speaking. "You are under arrest for armed robbery." The entire market froze. Chinedu could not believe his ear. "Robbery? Sir, I don't know anything about robbery." But nobody listened. Within minutes, he was handcuffed in front of everybody. People watched in shock as the young man they knew as gentle and respectful was dragged into the vehicle like a criminal. His mother nearly collapsed when she heard the news. She rushed to the police station crying, "My son cannot steal. He is innocent." But poverty has a cruel way of silencing truth. Nobody cared. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Chinedu was thrown into prison while investigations continued. Inside the prison walls, life became a nightmare. The smell of sweat and suffering filled the overcrowded cells. Hardened criminals fought daily. Food was barely enough to survive. Every night, cries echoed through the dark corridors. At first, Chinedu kept telling everyone he was innocent, but prisoners laughed at him. Everybody here says the same thing. One inmate mocked. Slowly, hopelessness entered his heart. He began to wonder if he would ever see freedom again. Outside the prison, his mother sold almost everything she owned, trying to hire lawyers and beg for help. But nothing worked. The real criminals remained free, while an innocent man suffered. One rainy evening, as prisoners sat quietly inside their cell, an elder inmate named Baba walked towards Chinedu. Baba had spent many years in prison and understood pain better than most people. He sat beside him and asked softly, "Young man, did you truly commit this crime?" Tears filled Chinedu's eyes. "No," he whispered. "I swear with my life." For a long moment, Baba said nothing. Then he nodded slowly. "I believe you." Those words touched Chinedu deeply, because it was the first time anyone inside the prison truly believed him. From that day, Baba became like a father to him. He taught him patience, wisdom, and survival. But outside the prison walls, something unexpected was happening. A notorious robbery gang was finally arrested after a failed operation in Lagos. During interrogation, one of the gang members made a shocking confession. He admitted that Chinedu had never been part of their crimes. In fact, they had used his shop unknowingly to repair stolen phones. And when the police came looking for suspects, corrupt officers simply arrested the nearest poor young man they could blame. The truth exploded like wildfire. The case was reopened immediately. After nearly 2 painful years in prison, Chinedu was finally released. The day he walked out of those prison gates, his mother burst into tears and held him tightly. People gathered around him, mocked by how much he had changed. He was tiny, older, quieter. Prison had stolen part of his youth, but it had not destroyed his spirit. News of his story spread across the city. Human rights organizations took interest in his case, and eventually, the government was forced to compensate him for the injustice he suffered. Years later, Chinedu opened one of the biggest phone technology companies in the state. Ironically, the same people who once mocked him now respected him. But Chinedu never forgot the dark days he spent behind bars for a crime he never committed. Whenever people asked him how he survived, he would simply say, "Pain can break a man or build him. I chose to survive." His story became a lesson to many. A reminder that justice may silence the innocent for a while, but truth has a way of returning. And no matter how dark the night becomes, the morning will always come. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share for more interesting stories.